Tuesday, time for the Homegrown Happy Hour, and it's a big Tuesday because it's the Tuesday before Hoedown. And my guest today, none other than the Hoedown Queen, fifth time running. We'll see her on Friday. Paulina, Jayne, how are you?
Doing great. Thanks for having me, Frank.
Thanks for coming in. Cool. It's the first time here at Music Town, isn't it?
It sure is. I've never been to the second floor of Hockey Town before, but this is pretty sweet.
You're right. I'll be honest with you. The amount of times I've came here, it's always been on the ground floor. So the fact that I came up and then there's this giant studio, it's pretty awesome.
It's insane.
But we're live from the AAA studios at Music Town inside Hockey Town. And Hoedown, I guess, is what the big thing on the street is because it's this weekend. And we've got Dierks Bentley and Tyler Rich and Jimmy Allen. Do you know anybody like Brothers Osborne, Landco? Do you know any of them?
You know, it was really funny. I got to play a festival out in Washington State with Dierks Bentley. And I was backstage and hanging out with my family and my friends who had come out there with me. And he walked up to me and he was like, "Hey, you got some food tickets?" He gave me a few food tickets to go get some food out of the food stand. He sure did.
Oh man,
he's a nice guy.
And food tickets are expensive too. They're like $16 for like 10. So
they were. It was pretty epic, especially because it was after my performance. So I was starving. I was like, "Oh my god."
So do you think at the show on Friday, like you could go up to him and maybe get food from him for there too?
Oh yeah, he'll for sure remember it. I mean, who wouldn't remember that,
Bring
right?
you with you for sure. So actually, I remember when I first started at the station, you were doing the Hoedown back then too. It's been 5 straight years. Straight years or just?
I can't even believe it.
Fifth one.
You know, the first time I did the Hoedown, I actually had to submit to be an artist on the Hoedown stage, and so I had to get everybody and their friends and then those friends' friends to be voting for me to be able to get to play. And
now we're calling you.
Oh, it's so special. I'm really honored to be a part of it again, and I have to thank Tim so much for having a huge hand in me getting to play this year.
Tim is awesome. But you've been living in Nashville for the last few years going to Belmont.
I sure have.
And you just graduated.
I sure did. I sealed that bow real fast. That's all finished for me. I'm really, really thrilled to graduate with a music business degree, and I can't even believe these 4 years just flew by so fast.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
It is crazy. Ever since my kid was born, she'll be 2 in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And that's 2 years. That's insane.
I know.
It's insane. So you came here to play some music, though.
I did.
And the first song we got is going to be You Can't Get Me Back. I told you before the interview, I said, I write these so fast, I can't write. Can you zoom in on this, Ryan? Look at this chicken scratch. You see those memes of like Trump with his like little book and all like the children's writing? That's what that is right there. So You Can't Get Me Back.
It's a little girl empowerment song there, Frank. So
you maybe switch it up last minute too. So I had to write a chicken scratch super. So here we go. What's this song about though?
It's about a girl who was told she wasn't good enough, and she said, "Well, because you told me that, you're never gonna get me back." How good.
Let's hear it. That's
Well, long hair don't care no more, chain of fools, just doing what I choose, ain't living by your rules, no. Yeah, you just watch me, you can't stop me now, 'cause I won't be around, and I ain't backing down. Last thing, you can't give me back. 'Cause you think you make me weak. 'Cause you think you knock me off like a fox and crazy I am. Girl with a gun, loaded on stun, powder and lead, nervous and dead. I'm city dance, stronger than a man, crazy like a fox and crazy I am. Girl with a gun, loaded on stun, powder and lead, nervous and dead. Powder and lead, nervous and dead. Powder and lead, nervous and dead. Dead.
I can't wait to hear that at Hoedown. You Can't Get Me Back, Paulina Jayne. You hear that angsty thing. Are you a big Miranda Lambert fan?
Oh, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
So you play at the Pine Tap stage, which is, in my opinion, the best stage because it's surrounded by beer.
Oh, it's going to be awesome.
Right? What time do you start at?
I play over at 4:30.
4:30. So it's I think the door's open now. Okay, so it'll be perfect. Right when everyone's getting in and getting their drinks, you'll be playing. So it's the perfect time.
It'll be
perfect
good.
place.
Everybody will be the perfect amount of buzzed at that point in time, you know?
So we got people in the studio. You got Mama Bear and you got your friends that you started up a management team with.
We sure did.
Graduated Belmont with.
Yeah, 2.5 years ago we started a management company. It's called Girl King Co. It's been really, really fun because I get to dabble in both the business side of things and the creative, and you know, I believe in these two girls more than you know, and I really, really think that we're doing something unique here. It's been fun because we've had some different record labels like Warner give us a call and want to see what the heck we're doing.
That's awesome.
So we've had some serious streams going on. Thank you to everybody who streams my music. It means a lot to me.
Where can we find your music at, by the way?
Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, just about anywhere.
You gotta spell it out.
Nowadays.
Paulina Jayne, but it's not Jane. It's
Jayne.
Right?
Why?
Well, congratulations to you guys. Really, that's awesome. That's like fantastic. In 2 years, you know, that's
Thank you.
them calling you like that. That's awesome. But you also have other big news, though. You just got sponsored by Ford.
Ford Motor Company. I can't even believe it. I'm the Detroiter who gets to say she's sponsored by Ford Motor Company.
How did that happen?
Well, I happened to get in touch with the marketing company over there, and their marketing department, I suppose. And I was fortunate enough to talk to a guy named Jim Graham. Jim Graham heads a program that's called Ford Driving Skills for Life. And I decided, you know, I want to be a part of something that's not only philanthropic, but also just something that I really, truly love the brand and be a part of something like that. So I was really, really fortunate to partner with this program. It focuses on, you know, making sure that teens and people who already have their licenses are driving right.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That is really awesome.
Thank you.
So the next song we got is called Country Music Everywhere.
Yep.
I wrote it clearly that time. But this is actually, I've heard this one before. I think you were on the show before with this one talking about it.
I sure was.
Yes.
Yeah, so I was writing with my friend Caroline Baker down in Nashville. We were playing in a little shack she had behind her house. It's funny, she writes in this little, it's like a little wood shop. It used to be a wood shop. And so we got our guitars, we sat down on a couple stools that we just pulled in from the house, and we said, all right, let's write a country song today. So we decided rather than writing a country song, we were going to put every freaking country song we could think of into a song and come up with a little storyline. So it's a little tongue-in-cheek.
Country music everywhere.
Here we go. Well, I got some friends in some low places. We on a first name basis with the bassist and the hottest band around. And you can call me, but I'll be somewhere on a beach with a drink in my hand, barefoot, blue jeans. You bring that wagon wheel, we'll cross the Florida-Georgia line, and we can sip on sangria and eat some chicken fried red Solo cup. You outdid yourself, 'cause it's a Friday night feeling. Why don't you take me downtown? I'm singing, ooh, ooh, ooh. Can you feel it in the air? I'm singing, ooh, ooh, ooh. Country music everywhere. I'm singing, do you love, do you love, do you love it? Do you love, do you love, do you love it? Play that radio, top down, here we go. So you like day drinking? Well, I like you in tequila. There must be something in the water that's making me feeling like I got a girl crush. A rewind, play it again. I want crazy baby, but I'm gonna stand by my man before he cheats on me with some blonde from a band. Why don't you love me like you mean it, or do you not understand that I'm a perfect stone? You ain't no Tennessee whiskey, and this is my church. Go on and hurry up and miss me. I'm singing woo, ooh, ooh. Can you feel it in the air? I'm singing woo, ooh, ooh. Country music everywhere. I'm singing, do you love, do you love, do you love it? Do you love, do you love, do you love it? Play that radio, top down, here we go. From the north to the south, to the east to the west, put your hand on your heart and your hat on your chest, and salute to the songs of the land of the free. Country people, heart of Dixie, woo, ooh, ooh. Can you feel it in the air? I'm singing, woo, ooh, ooh. Country music everywhere. I'm singing, do you love, do you love, do you love it? Do you love, do you love, do you love it? Play that radio, top down, here we go. Woo! It's a lot of words.
That was fun. So do you know the actual number of references you have in that song?
26.
That's it?
If you were counting, it was 26.
I was trying to count. I lost count like almost immediately. That's it. It seems
Of
like so
all-
many more.
Of all people, man, you should know how
Oh,
many there were. You are a country radio host, right?
Yeah, but I'm the most distracted person on the planet. That was really cool. So what else has been up? You got the sponsorship from Forge. You're playing Hoedown on Friday.
It's going to be awesome. I'm also really, really excited. I'm about to announce the fact that I guess I'm announcing right here, right now,
Really?
that I am now an ambassador for the national chapter of Tennessee Miss Amazing.
Hey,
So it's a nonprofit.
congratulations.
Thank
That's
you.
awesome.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
So what do you have? What's your job title? Like, what do you have to do? Job duties, I guess I should say.
Well,
what do you have to do?
They call me the celebrity ambassador.
You just
so I guess I
Play
just,
where they need you.
Yeah,
That's
go
cool.
and play where they need me. So I'm gonna be playing at an event they've got coming up in August. But it's a really cool nonprofit because it focuses on highlighting young women with disabilities, and so I'm really excited to have a hand in empowering women and empowering women with disabilities.
That's awesome.
Too. So
Good for you.
it's an honor. It really is. It's
So
humbling.
you would say like all these artists, they come here and they say they spend time in Nashville like a couple weeks or whatever, and they do the thing. You've been living there. What's the most invaluable thing that you've got while being there?
FaceTime. I'd say FaceTime is.
Just being and showing, going around all
Yeah.
the music with songwriters around, stuff like that.
There's just nothing like being in the city, being at the venues where all these extraordinary writers are. There's nothing like being able to walk up to a record executive and shake his hand every time you see him at a venue.
Right.
That's extraordinary. That's something you can't get if you're living somewhere else.
Yeah,
So,
that's what everyone says. Like, you just got to go to Nashville, and I mean, like, for the longer there, the better, you know.
exactly.
But you write your own songs.
I do.
How often do you write them just by yourself? Like you just got a bottle of wine, you're in your living room, you're by yourself. You throw on whatever Netflix, you just start writing a song. How often does that happen?
I'm pretty much writing all the time. I really I might be sitting and have a conversation with somebody. You were talking about be a little distracted.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get a little distracted myself because I'll hear a little line that somebody says to me. The other day, I was sitting at the table. We were having a little memorial lunch, and my dad said something to me along the lines of, you can't hear anything that you're not listening to. And I thought, that little line right there, that should go in a song.
Yeah.
And so it's just, you get distracted by little pointers that people are throwing out. They don't even know they are.
Right, and then you work on that and you work on that. How often do you get writer's block?
I'm really blessed. I haven't experienced that. Knock on a lot of wood. I'm
Yeah, I
gonna
hope I
knock on
didn't do
this
anything
seat
there,
right
right?
now.
Don't try any new songs at Hoedown.
I'm really, really fortunate, though. It's not something I experience often, and if I do, I try to just overcome it.
So we were talking about you're influenced by Miranda Lambert. Now, they actually wanted me to ask you, like, say you're doing a show, and you got to do a duet with somebody.
Yeah.
Like you got Gretchen Wilson and Kid Rock, and you got
Yeah.
all those people sharing the stage. Who would be your all-time, just ultimate person to share the stage with?
All right, so I'm in Detroit, right?
Yeah.
So always Detroit has been known for Motown. So that's what I grew up on. I'd have to be Stevie Wonder.
Okay.
Have to be Stevie. I would probably not be able to sing because I'd be probably up there crying on my knees. I'd be so excited.
That would be pretty. I wonder if like, people like that, people are listening to this. That'd be cool to hear that.
That would
something
be
like
so
that. That'd be
fun.
awesome.
Stevie Wonder or CeCe Winans? I don't know if you've heard of CeCe Winans, but she's huge in the Detroit scene
Sure.
too, but more in the gospel world. And
Sure.
oh my gosh, I think I would about fall out my seat if I got to do that.
Let's get this girl with one of those two right now. That'd be awesome. So before we see you on Friday, you got time for one more song. This is
sure
Love's
do.
Gonna Always Win. And this is your single, right?
This is a single that I've had out for a little while here, and I think we're going to be doing something really cool with it shortly too. And it's a message that really it sings out today. Unfortunately, it still is true today.
All right.
And it's about how love truly is something that can overcome a lot of other crazy stuff in this world. Hope you like it. Hello, hatred. How long have you been waiting for peace and love to die and make you king? And you've been trying to keep the dove from flying, to break into our hearts and silence love before it sings. Well, the world's on fire. Hope is a burning inferno high. Love is a candle that you cannot light. Love's gonna always win. Oh, come on, kindness. Don't let fear define us. There's no heart so dark that light can't overcome. He can't chase us out if we don't run. Well, the world's on fire. Hope is a burning inferno high. Love is a candle that you cannot light. Love's gonna always win. No matter who we are, we all speak the only language of the heart. It's the only thing that saves us in the end. Love's gonna always win. Love will always, love will always, love's gonna always win. I say, the world's on fire, the world's on fire, the world's on fire, but love's gonna always win. No matter who we are, we all speak the only language of the heart. It's the only thing that saves us in the end. Love's gonna always win, yeah. Love will always, love will always, love's gonna always win. I say, well, love's gonna always win. Yeah.
All right. So it's 4:30 at the Pine Tap stage.
4:30.
And so how was your Memorial Day? What'd you do over the weekend?
Well, I got to have a little special weekend. My mom MCs the St. Clair Shores Parade, so I got to go spend some time with her and watch her do that. It's
Really?
pretty cool. She's been doing it for 30 years.
I was standing up on Joey V's float while I tried to. I was so hot. And he was the last float in the longest parade they've had ever, and he's the last float.
Oh yeah, it was a long parade, but it was a blast.
It was fun. I lasted as long as I possibly could. I'll be honest with you. I got there at 10:30 in the morning, and he didn't start going until like 3:30 in the afternoon.
Oh my goodness!
And I had mom on baby duty, so I was like, I don't know if I can actually be part of the parade, but I'm here in the heat with you. That's great, So it was cool. So are you back? Are you just hanging out in town till Hoedown?
Well, we've got this, and then tomorrow I'm doing an interview over on Fox 2, which will be a blast.
Oh, awesome!
It'll be really cool. 9 a.m.
on the 9. Sweet, Fox 2, awesome. That's not the first time you've done that, is it?
It's not. They've been really good to me over there. They had me back a few times, so I get to talk about Hoedown tomorrow.
Right, that's perfect. And we'll see you at the Hoedown. 4:30 from the Pine Tap stage. Paulina, thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me, Frank.
We're live at the AAA studios at Music Town, inside Hockey Town, every Tuesday for the Homegrown Happy Hour. Until next Tuesday, I'm Frank Williams Jr. See ya.